Now, while dealing with FDI, one more very important concept you need to know is that what is called as greenfield investment and brownfield investment. Greenfield investment and brownfield investment. Greenfield investment and brownfield investment. Greenfield and brownfield. It's very simple. Greenfield investment are new investment. Greenfield investment are new investment. Brownfield investment are investment into the existing company or existing sector. Okay, I'll give you an example. Now, if there is any new investment happening to the Cochin airport, already Cochin airport is there. That is what? It is brownfield investment. This Kochi metro, it is greenfield. It's a new project. It's a new investment, new sector. And why I'm discussing now, try to understand that in India, the FDI, if it is going to brownfield investment, the economic activity, the employment generation will be lesser. You get to the point? If it goes to the new greenfield project only, then the economic activity will boost like anything, and also there will be more employment opportunities. So we need to attract more foreign direct investment mainly to the greenfield projects. So be very clear with it. Okay, now majority of the FDI is going to this part, that is merger acquisition, M&A. Many of the foreign direct investment is going to merger. When two companies merge, when a foreign company and Indian company merge, what happens is that it does not create any additional employment generation or additional economic activity. Both are existing. They are merging only for business consolidation. Or acquisition, when a foreign company acquire an Indian company. So both are different concepts. One is merging, other is acquisition. So this is not bringing any major changes to the economy. Rather, managerial expertise, or there will be growth to that company, but I'm talking about the overall benefit for the nation. Okay, now what is happening here, for example, sectors like pharmaceutical companies where we are getting lot of FDI. FDI is going to brownfield investment. You get to the point? Now what is happening is, while discussing after WTO and IPR, you will see that FDI which we allowed in pharmaceutical companies, actually India is, in relation to pharmaceutical companies, India is the global leader in generic drugs. India is a global leader in relation to generic drugs. We'll discuss in detail when I'll discuss intellectual property rights, when we discuss patent related problems. I'm just telling you a problem, what is happening FDI in pharmaceutical companies. What is happening is that the multinational companies are now acquiring Indian companies who are global leaders in generic drugs. So that once they acquire, there is no competition for them. So this is a concern in relation to FDI in pharmaceutical companies. So when the government brings radical changes in FDI policy, the government have to ensure that the investment is going mainly to greenfield investment, so that the economic boost or the economic activity will increase and the employment generation will increase in that way. So these are the points you need to write when mains related questions are being asked. So these are the crucial points you need to bring when you write mains answers. Now be very clear with it. In 2013 and in 2014, there were two questions related with FDI. In 15 they are not asked, in 16 also they are not asked FDI related question. But in 13 and 14 they are asked a question. They will not ask the same question, but have an idea in which way they ask question in relation to mains question. So that in 2017, already I told you FIPB is very important. FIPB is important both for your prelims and for your mains. I'll give you a material for both for your prelims and mains point of view. But be very clear with it. You need to know the pattern of the question being asked in relation to mains. Just go home and read the last few years questions from FDI sector. All are current affair. All questions were related with current affair. But you can write in general. If a question being asked on FDI sector, you can write, you need to mention these terms. We need to say that, okay, what are the benefits foreign direct investment can bring? it can increase, it can boost the economic activity of the country, it can increase employment generation, it can bring technology transfer, it can bring managerial expertise. So all are required in a competitive economy, where when nations compete each other, when the industry or the service sector compete each other. So these points, then you can say that, okay, the requirement of this investment, especially to the infrastructure, we can say that we require more than a 1 trillion investment. So FDI can play a major role in it. So you need to, while discussing that, you need to discuss the hurdles faced by the foreign investor, especially when they invest in India. You need to say that you have to solve it. You have to address, the government have to address the problems faced by the foreign investor in relation to while bringing. So as part of it, to make it business friendly, as part of ease of doing business, we have already made a decision, the government have already made a decision in relation to winding up approval route, so that the foreign investor can bring investment to the country mainly through automatic route, since FIB will not be there. But that is not sufficient. That's only bringing capital to the country. What about its functioning? What about the labor laws of the country? What about the other land related problem, acquisition related problems with the country? What about the infrastructural bottlenecks? All have to be addressed. Then only India can become a favorable, attractive FDI nation, destinating country, means attracting country. Or what will happen when China's problem gets solved, when China's slowdown will move, and when China started growing again, FDI will shift from India back to China. So we need to ensure that this FDI which we are attracting now has to be maintained, or we can attract more investment provided all these problems can be addressed by the government. So this way you have to answer your main question. So this is a general answer you can write for any of the questions, FDI related questions. Just go and read it, and there will be a lot of articles coming related to FDI, because government will bring lot of changes in relation to FDI policy. Please update with it. Thank you.